Welcome everyone to the Speedgaming Live Online 2025 Zelda 2 Randomizer Tournament. Tonight's match, we have the lower bracket semi-final, Game 3 in this 3-game series. One of these runners going home tonight. They will be netting themselves 4th place in this 12-player tournament. We've got on the left the number 2 seed traiLZ, on the right the number 9 seed Oboe. And we are going to get started here shortly, slightly behind schedule, but the race is happening nonetheless. They will be getting started here very, very shortly, making sure everything is in place. We could see the race markers down there, the tracker updated. Okay, everything's good to go. Cropping looks good over here. Let me know if the audio is good. We'll be on Oboe's audio, I believe. The winner of tonight's match will go on to face Patrick in the lower bracket final, and then if they can win that, whoever wins that gets to go on to the grand final with an attempt to get first place here in the tournament. And we're off. Oboe, traiLZ both going left here. Islands biome, nice little forest there in the edge. Timers are off by a scotch here. Let me see if I can figure out how to sync them up here. We have Rudo. We do start with the trophy today, okay. I think we're looking at about a 5-second pause there, maybe a little bit more. We'll see when it comes back. Oh, I paused the wrong player, so now we're behind even more, so let me fix this. Didn't see what palace that was, but we are in Magic Container Cave here. There we go. There's the pause. Let's see if we can get that synced up. Oh, I see how this works. So we're going to get a little pausing here for a moment while I figure out how this syncing thing works here. I did miss what was in Trophy Cave there, and then when we unsynced traiLZ, he obviously warped to North Palace. Oh, this is true. traiLZ does have a 3-second delay on his timer. Okay, then let's do that. Yeah, it's going to be a little weird with the offset of the timer there. Anyway, we found Bagu's Woods. We may or may not need it. I didn't see what was in Raru here. Please let me know what I missed, if I missed anything. We're back on paying attention now. Alright, so we'll see that on traiLZ's side anyway. Life, both runners. Okay, traiLZ is going to pick it up. It's pretty early. He's at 112. Oboe at 113. Oh, it looks like a magic container in Magic Container Cave, seeing as they have 80 magic. Okay. Well, what else do we have? I think Oboe's technically in the lead in the overworld here, although traiLZ did find those Bagu encounters. Don't know if Oboe saw those. Nope, he's going to see him now. Red Diver there, okay. 100 to 150, what's it going to be? Just 100 today, just the vanilla hundo. traiLZ's going to go north and check this bridge. I don't know if traiLZ had already seen south from Raru there. Oh, well, we've got... well, he's going to... Looks like he's going to handle it. Can we do have a castable life? We should. Oh, 83. I see, it's 83. Yeah, Trail's got to push to the left pretty fast here. Might even try to damage boost through this Gorilla and just go. Found Bagoo on Oboe's side, unable to exit that screen there. Yeah, this could be a little sketchy here. This bridge could be the two-bridge encounter. Looks like we actually have... Okay, so there's nothing down south, so this is the way to go. Unfortunately, attack one of these Bogos means that we are close. Oh, that is the game over. Yep, sent back. Oboe about to... Nope, Oboe about to be in the same exact situation. Doesn't have a castable life because it is 83. They only have 80 magic. He's got one extra attack level here. That will make the Bogos on the bridge killable in just one hit. Well, yeah, in theory it should, unless the Bogos rolled way up in health. I mean, this really... Okay, there you go. They are killable in one hit. This really isn't that far from the start. You can see traiLZ is already headed through this swamp here. Ooh, Oboe survives. We're ducking, dodging. Wow, okay. Well, there's going to be 3 enemies on this bridge, 2 right here. Oh, this should be a lot of fun. Yeah, 1 magic level might come in very handy if you can get a castable life spell. Final life for Oboe here. 2 Gorillas, and then whatever else awaits him after that. He's going to pull this orange one back. I think the blue one's going to come with it. Yeah, they spawn very close to each other. He does get the jump over him, and he's going to be able to pin him. Okay, traiLZ in the same screen as well. 1 boomerang looks like 2 hearts right now. Oh, almost had it. He should have that first one dead. So we do have a bridge connector that's going to take us to DM. Looks like an Islands DM or a River Canyon DM. We've got Heart Container Cave down here. Could be the boots. If this is the boots, this would be pretty big. Assuming traiLZ doesn't make this here. This is super sketchy. Oh, man, that's a game over. Oh, Oboe now a hit from death as well. He's going to back out of this cave and see if he can find something else to do. A palace nearby, anything. There may not be one. There's a grass tile, though. That could be the boots. Not the boots. Okay, nothing on the grass tile. We're looking around. We're looking around. Find a cave, but the cave is, what's it gonna be? It's going Trophy Cave. Okay. Could be sketchy here. traiLZ stuck in that swamp encounter. Yeah, I do wonder if 1 magic level would just give them a castable life spell. Well, Oboe's gonna have a castable life spell. Yeah, these kind of starts, they're exciting for the audience, but at the same time, as a runner, if you're kind of stuck in these encounters and you're not making any progress, this could be a bit demoralizing. Might change the way you play the rest of the seed, especially in a game 3. Oboe back in this Heart Container Cave. He's going to have cast a life here. This should not be too difficult. I think traiLZ is down a life right now. That is the raft, okay. The canoe for the Final Fantasy 1 sprite. Yeah, Oboe had a good plan of pulling back the gorillas, because if traiLZ can't, yeah, that moblin is in your face so hard that it really helps to pull those gorillas back. But he's got 2 lives. This is his actually first death here, so. As we do have Thunder in Mito today, we're going to need that medicine. We're going in for the hint. Good rhythm on traiLZ's side. He's through this finally. We'll see where he goes. He's going to hit that bridge, see DM. I doubt he's going to commit to DM. Oh, he's not going to see that that's the connector bridge. Okay. Man, yep. Yeah, he's going to be on his final life here. P3 medicine. Yeah, that trophy cave was extremely helpful for Oboe. Getting that extra magic container. Not that traiLZ can't do this, but man, those boomerangs are hitting pretty hard at this life level. Oh, looks like it's just over a heart, not two full hearts. That could have been death for Oboe right there. We still haven't seen a palace, though, I don't believe, to up and A at. I think he's still on his final life, so. There's the raft for traiLZ. Again, still sitting at... Oh, traiLZ did pick up magic, too. I don't know if that made life castable. Oh, there's Mito there. And traiLZ has not seen Trophy Cave yet with that magic container. Ooh. Sketchy encounter. Alright, traiLZ not going to commit to the hint just yet. Yeah, nothing down here. Oboe coming in for the refill. There's no palace over here, so it looks like DM. Unless, what's south of that? Oh, traiLZ with the... Oh, that must have been a game over moment where he just up and ate to save himself from the game over screen. So if that bridge doesn't go anywhere going south, because we saw Oboe go into it, but then he came back out of it. Wasn't 100% sure what happened there. But if he deems that doesn't go anywhere, then we have to go to DM. Yeah, traiLZ could really use an attack level. And he knows that there are those Bagu encounters over there, but I don't know if he saw the red Daira. Because that's a quick and easy kill when you can pin him up against the wall like that. Alright, Oboe at 214. Apparently it does not make life castable at Magic 2 here. Man, that is wild. That one magic container really opens this up for Oboe. But also attack 1 for traiLZ is pretty rough. Oboe did grab attack 2 pretty early. Oh, Hammer Cave is right there. Okay. Well, as long as there's nothing too dangerous in here. traiLZ did get the despawn on the first enemy there. So we'll never know what it was. Man, this lack of attack level is absolutely... Okay, this is what Oboe looks like he backed out of, is another blue Gorilla here. traiLZ getting hit in the back there by a blue Moblin. Final life. Blue Moblin's always fun to fight. 200. It's going to be that attack 2, I believe. Oh man, traiLZ going in to try to get the orange Daira. Oh, there's a red Daira here. Okay, I see what we're... Wow, Oboe gets it? He got it. Oh. Oh. This is a test. This is a real test right here. This is lower bracket semifinal. This is a great start. I know these runners are feeling bad about this, but both of them have very limited exploration right now. But things may open up depending on what happens in this Hammer Cave. traiLZ a sliver of health left here. Is not going to die to this bit. It is the boots in Hammer Cave. That is going to open up the western biome, the western continent here for traiLZ. Oboe may do the same, though. He's headed back up in that direction now, and so he may just say, you know what, let's try DM. Poke his head in that first cave and see that it's Hammer Cave. Wow. Wow, yeah, this is... hell of a start for these two. Oh, there was a palace down there. Okay, there is a palace down there that just Oboe couldn't get to with the enemy set on that bridge. That's a 3-6 right there. I didn't see what that first palace that they saw was. I see the fairy cave looks like it's blocked with a hammer, not the way of fairy anyway. traiLZ opting. He's like, maybe I will go in for this 200 bag. Again, he did fall short from that attack level. 14 minutes, still attack 1. That's gotta feel terrible. Yeah, so 2-2-3 for traiLZ and 2-1-4, I think, for Oboe. Yeah, 2-1-4. traiLZ, if he keeps going this way, I'll see Trophy Cave up here. There's Magic 2 for the refill, if anything. It doesn't make life any cheaper, though. So we're still missing Medicine Cave. We have some boulder-blocked caves over there, one of them being probably the one side of Fairy. And then one being whatever else. I don't think we saw that it was a pass-through. Still missing Saria, though, so Saria could be a free spell. If anything, though, we'll at least have a cave that goes to the east. That could be boulder-blocked. I didn't see if there was anything other than a palace down there on the other side of this bridge. Oh man, getting knocked out of the encounter by the rock there. Yeah, so what is it? Magic Container? No, we saw Magic Container Cave. Yeah, we're just missing Medicine Cave and a third palace and the way out of here. Okay, so it does keep going. Saria is south of that fairy cave. Don't think traiLZ saw that, or else he would have checked it. Here's our third palace. It is going to be the other 3-6. Okay, so we have Bagu. If we're on the wrong side, we can still get the spell. What is it? Reflect. All right, so there's a raft. We may or may not... Oh, we have the raft. That's right. How about that? Mark reflect down for Oboe here. And mark it down for traiLZ. So we have access to the east. We don't have a way to, well, at this point, we're probably going to have an easy to access fairy or jump. I guess it could be child blocked and hammer blocked, though, those two spells on the east. Oboe doesn't have anywhere else to go, I don't believe, so he's going to be forced into Death Mountain. And in that case, he'll have his boots within the next few minutes. Again, Medicine Cave looking like it's going to be boulder blocked right there, although that could be incorrect. We're still missing another connector to the east. All right, traiLZ going to be first to the east here. Boots required to get to the dock and required to go anywhere on the east. A mountain is east, it looks like. Palace 4 right there. Got a cave, got a town. And okay, it is going to be Fairy Town here. Well, it's going to be New Kasuto with Fairy in it. We're not going to be able to do anything else here, though. This does get us into palaces. This would be pretty interesting if this gamble into this 3-6 for Oboe pays off in some way. Nope, door immediately. Okay. Fairy is 43 at Magic 2. That does give him 2 casts of Fairy. We did have the double Darunia encounter going south there, but it's probably better to just take that pass through and see where that goes. Or I guess, you know, you could probably walk around the edge here. I did see that early on when we walked down here. All right, there's an item cave or the maze. We do have a cave to the maze today. All right, Oboe headed back to the bridge here. Desert tile and another town. Pea bag, 50 bucks. Oboe is beeping here. This is going to be downstab for traiLZ. Child is blocking shield, though, so that life pickup was obviously, you know, in addition to everything else they've run into here, the life pickup was probably worth it regardless that shield is going to be blocked. traiLZ does not have the medicine hint, though, for Thunder. Oboe very close there, okay. We know there's nothing too difficult here, it's just 2 moblins. Yeah, he could just, as I say, he could beam them for a little while here. Yeah, red Gorilla down here, and then, I don't think anything was blocking the elevator exit here, and we know that there's a bit right before the hammer, where the hammer, another bit here. Oboe does know the despawn. I imagine he's probably going to despawn. So the child is in the east, okay? Water tile or New Kasuto. Oh, he didn't do the despawn. Okay, so that's kind of lucky that wasn't a red Dyra. There's the maze. We do have a River Devil here that might be doing something. Might be doing something. There are the boots for Oboe. Magic Key on the water tile. With 2 casts of Fairy and Magic Key, we are in great shape right now. We're going to head to the maze. Oboe going to comb over this west. He's seen a good bit of it, though. He knows he's just missing. At this point, he's just missing Medicine Cave, and he's seen a boulder-blocked cave, so I just assume that that is it. Then again, you really don't want to miss out on an easy-to-find glove or something like that. So if that boulder-blocked cave is actually Medicine, or if it's actually the connector to the east, and Medicine Cave is like right here. Okay, that's not Medicine Cave. First drop in the maze, a key. Oh, we're going to hit the east as well. Probably just go. He might feel behind. He might just say, you know, forget about Medicine Cave right now. Best option may just be to find downstab and Fairy and or the Magic Key over here. A lot of hits for the blue guys, worth their vanilla amount of 200 today. We get Magic 3 on traiLZ's side. We don't see if we have a castable life spell. Oh, no, it is castable. He's got 6 containers now. There's that 500 bag pickup for Oboe. He's going to put it towards attack 3. We got P2 or P5 on the maze. I don't think we checked. We might have checked early on, though. This other item's a little buried. It's completely free, though. We haven't really had any bad... Well, it could be right behind that encounter. I was going to say, with some castable fairy spells, we could probably be fairy feeding some of these. Could be southwest corner there. Here's going to be the desert tile. Oh, that's right. There's just $50 here. I mean, Oboe may find a good grind here or something, even without the Thunder Spell. There's their second drop. Magic Container. That is basement access. traiLZ going to up an A. Probably easier to just leave out of North Palace and go hit up the raft tile. Or he's got the key now as well, so he can just start doing palaces. Again, I didn't see this palace in the very beginning. I don't know which one it is. Could be one. That's why we're coming back to it immediately here. Oh, it is going to... Okay, so we know what palace... This is palace 2. Then that means 5 is on the maze. Okay. So this is going to be the magic key for Oboe. He hasn't seen... Did he get fairy? He didn't see Nukasudo, I don't think. He's going to see another town dot. Well, that's a very fast helmet head. Okay. Now, helmet can only give at most 300 in this flag set, so traiLZ is going to have to jump this gem if he wants that bigger payout. Is this the spell Nibiru here? Oh, we took a death to helmet head. Both runners feeling bad about this start, but honestly, this is still very close. Oh, jump, right. Man, this attack 2 at 25 minutes. This is not feeling good, as we're seeing that this beefy helmet head giving us a little bit of trouble here. Not casting a life spell on traiLZ's side could cost him another death though. He hears us in the past. Does cast a life spell, does get helmet head down. We'll see what he does with the gem cost here. You have 20 short. You really don't want to let that happen. First gem, that was really rough. There's Sunken. Oh, we're going to jump into here as well. Okay, so it's immediately to the right in 2. Well, he'll be at 840 out of 900. I'm assuming that could be attack 4. traiLZ does take the magic level. He could get rid of those Iron Knuckles and maybe try to get closer to 500. That Mago here as well. Man, a lot of potentially juicy experience. But at this rate, how much time do you want to spend on it, right? You just feel that those boosts were pretty free. Well, I don't know if they were pretty free. They were kind of free. They were kind of free. It was just getting to that bridge was a little rough. Yeah, no downstab for Oboe here is to deal with these invulnerable enemies. And it's also going to feel like this... It's good that he's got the key. But it's bad that he hasn't seen Nukusu. Well, he has jump now. He has jump. That's right. He's got jump, so he can go back to Darunia and get the downstep technique. This will be spell. I mean, it's quite possible that Spell Tower does have our glove today. I forget where that 7th container came from. Oh, the maze. The maze, right. Okay. A 3-eyed rock. Well, that's good news to know that you need a flute. Right now, traiLZ digging around for probably at least the glove. If he finds the flute, he won't know it yet, but it'll be quite useful. Okay, 1200 for attack 4. All right, so we up an A. I didn't see if we had a glove block or what it was after that one room. All right, so Oboe has, unfortunately, being over in this section, yeah, I mean, knowing Three-Eyed Rock is here is a good thing, but having missed the maze at this point, as well as Nukasudo. Then again, having Spell, when you hit Nukasudo, you might be able to do that extra check. Okay, so it was a dead end going left here. We might, yeah, he might be thinking about this 650. We did have a red iron knuckle, a blue iron knuckle, although it is 2 more rooms here. Red iron knuckle, blue iron knuckle, with a Mago in here. No, there's something else over here, some other junction that he left behind. It could be about a 30-minute downstab pickup for Oboe. Oh, this junction right here. It's possible with that magic key, Oboe decides to dig something like 4 first, and it has better items than this 2. Say items. He's only going to have 1 item in this version of the randomizer. Oh, glove block. So we got a glove blocked palace too for the item. Boss is free. Costs a little bit of time to figure that out, but it's also good knowing that. Yeah, I guess we actually won't be able to do... Well, it's a 50-50 on where the child is, right? The child is going to be a Nukasudo. All right, first gem plays just before the 31-minute mark here. Yeah, that could be Spell Tower, could be 7-container basement. All right, traiLZ probably just going to do this 3 and the 6 over here. If he looks for the item in 3, it is going to be the medicine, which again is for the Thunder spell. I mean, we might need a hammer. You know, there's always Spec Rock, and again, it looks like Medicine Cave is Boulder Block. What is that? What is that north-facing cave right there? Maybe that was another way to the east. All right, a cave to DM. Yes, that's... Yeah, that's probably it then. All right, this first drop is just going to be... Oh, this is the magic container? Yeah. So that's a full clear of Nukasudo when Oboe finds it. Glove block down that elevator. And here's a fairy drop room. Yeah, nothing to do with fairy unless you're on the outside of this room. Okay, we continue on. It's quite possible that glove-blocked elevator room is important, though. This is going to be another drop. Could just loop back up to the one above us. Ooh, we whiff on that one possibly final swing on that red iron knuckle. Take the sword to the back of the head. Oboe going to clear this maze a little bit faster, it looks like. Just going to get that key. Still hasn't seen Nukasudo. He's going to up an A. All right, this is Palace 6. Got some vanilla Palace 6 rooms in here. Not the one we're in, but the drop rooms were vanilla. All right, so Oboe also going to jump into this 2. We see another glove block in this 6. And that's a completely different elevator. Doesn't mean we can't reach it. That's just glove blocked on the left-hand side there. We do have a left at this crumble bridge. Oboe's probably going to do the same thing in this 2. See this early helmet head. He will be able to get the double level here. We know helmet head gives 300. Or, if not the double level, at least the push beyond Magic 3. traiLZ also has that drop as well. It might go to a different destination. This is the Eco Key Room, okay. Alright, so that is going to be our attack for it, 1200. Alright, so this looks like the left-hand side. Yeah, the right-hand side of that left-sided glove block. I think we're going to get the... Oh, we need to... I thought we were going to go for the jar in the head. We need a life cast here. Yeah, so far... In this 6, we've got that one glove block elevator. Is this another crumble bridge? This is another crumble bridge. So this could be a completely separate landing room for another drop. This is going to be an elevator down here. Yeah, Oboe looking around at this 2. If he can do this a little bit faster than traiLZ, he will save some time. There's nothing else to find here other than a gem pedestal. At least not right now. Past the Revo? Nope. I was going to say, it'd be pretty interesting if this path we're on leads to the left-hand side of that other glove-blocked elevator. Oh, it's a dead end. Okay, well, that second drop could be something. I think traiLZ is going to go back to it. Oh, we're going to opt to stay on the top of the elevator here. Yeah, this could have been potentially time save over traiLZ. And I don't know if traiLZ is going to be able to make any leeway in this 6. I mean, no item, no boss so far. Just one potential drop room. And if there's a ferry block anywhere along the way, traiLZ having ferry right now is going to be beneficial. What a busy room. Yeah, having ferry for that room in 6. Although, I mean, you've got down step. Oh, we can go left here. What's left here? Oh, this is the right. Down was the glove block elevator. That is another drop room. A lot of drop rooms in this. Oh, we're getting caught by that Mao head. The bottom path with those Mao heads is always sketchy. Then again, there's a jar down there, so... Alright, so where does this drop go? Oh, it looks like it goes probably nowhere. This is going to be Crumble Bridge? Or not Crumble Bridge. Oh, was that ferry room different? No, we've already been in here. Yeah, okay, so looks like we have... No, that ferry room is different. That ferry room is different. And traiLZ knows it. He's going back in. That ferry, there's a second one of those. That's a duplicate. Or a copy, whatever you want to call it. Because we take the ferry... Okay, so we take the one... It's hard to explain if you're not familiar with vanilla. In vanilla P6, there's a room that you need the ferry into to get to the boss. It's a drop room. It's a drop column. We see that here, but we've got instead of coming in from the left-hand side, we're exiting out of that hole from the right-hand side. And we take that drop down, and it lands us on a crumble bridge. All right, there's the final glove block for Oboe there, and he's out of there. Yeah, what a wild palace here. This still might not lead anywhere. traiLZ might have been out of magic. I don't know if he had enough magic to cast Fairy there. He did pause. I think this is going to be Palace 3. Yeah, this is going to be Palace 3. So we'll see what Oboe can find in here. Yeah, see, we exit out of here. We land in a crumble bridge. Right, yeah. And the way to understand what we're looking at here is that we come out of that drop room, we hit a crumble bridge. And in this other one here, we take this drop. This is the same room we came out of, but it's a different room because this one lands us in the other landing room. Plus, we can see it's a different enemy there as well. But we found Rebanak in P3 very quickly. Palace 6 does continue on here. We'll see if it's actually going to take us somewhere. My God, yeah. And we know at best, Palace 3 is just going to net Oboe the medicine. All right, we've got more junctions here. There's Barba. Could have a glove blocked item room still. Attack 3 Barba. Might take a moment here. 2 gems on the board for Oboe. Just shy of the 41-minute mark. He's going to go back in. He knows the medicine is in here, and he knows he needs it for Thunder. Yeah, 1 hit from Barba, and traiLZ will have to do this fight all over again. Very nice jump from Oboe. That's a very trolly Doom Knocker placement. Yeah, we don't want to fall into the lava. Barba could give us 1,000 experience in this flag set, and so that would give us the double level, or at least the power level capability. Jump spell going to come in handy here. This is the reverse P2 Crumble Bridge room. traiLZ does get it down, does get the 1,000, puts it into life, and then next is that a magic 5. He might let that ride, because he's going to go down and right after this. Okay, 2 gems on the board for 2 runners here. Man, I'd love to see how Oboe's going to handle this 6. I mean, there's a possibility he does this faster, but there's also a possibility that he doesn't, or that he gets trolled by it and then leaves early. So if this item is nothing, if he's leaving early, that'll be beneficial for him. But if this item is accessible in this Palace 6 and it's good, here it is. Yep, everything on that duplicate room. This is a Rebo blocked item room, or Rebo guarded. Yeah, that life spell is coming in handy. Very nice to have that. I'm glad the runner's got at least shield or life early. traiLZ with the jackhammer up against the low ceiling here. I mean, we're looking for flute, we're looking for glove. He doesn't know we're looking for flute yet. Just another magic container. Well, not a game changer, a nice addition, but not going to be progression in the seed. Item room for Oboe. This is going to be the medicine. Yeah, so this Palace 3 is going to be free for traiLZ. I imagine Oboe, well, he could go turn in the medicine now. It is going to be just north of his position. I think that's what he's doing. He also knows that the other palace is right up here as well. The other palace is just south of where Mito is at in the swamp. I think we'll just turn it in, get Thunder, get up stab, and then come back and do this palace. Or do the palace first. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. Maybe the best thing for Oboe is going to be to take the first drop and then hit the crumble bridge, go right, see the second drop column, and either just check it right away or miss the jump. If he misses... Oh, no, he doesn't have fairy, though. He needs fairy to do this. He needs fairy to do this. Yeah, he can't. I mean, technically, you can get a ceiling walk there. I'm not really sure Oboe's going to know how to do that. It's also not the logical play to make there. 3 gems down for traiLZ. He'll be looking for the item as well. Doesn't know it's the medicine, as far as I know. Probably just going to exit out the back and come in the front again. No, in this room in P6, there is no ceiling walk that the runners do. But I think it's based on the fact that you drop from a particular room that makes it difficult to do the ceiling walk. Whereas here, this drop room that he's about to see in a moment, you can make the ceiling walk easier. Okay, he's going to jump over it anyway. Yeah, I don't know what I would do if I was in this position, man. I would try to do ceiling walk, but you really can't commit too much time to it because clock's ticking and you can't be screwing around with tricksy stuff. Yeah, these rooms that were rougher for Oboe, we're just ferrying through them on traiLZ's side. Yeah, so at this point, it's going to be Nukasudo possibly has an item in one of his 2 spots for progression. Palace 4 or Palace 5. We don't know what palace is under 3-eyed rocks, so it could be Palace 1 there, and it could be Palace 1 in Death Valley. Otherwise, we're out of spots until we get a hammer for Spec Rock and Medicine Cave. I mean, in addition to those I just listed. One of those will be the hammer, of course. I'm thinking best case scenario, it just may be that if Oboe goes to find Nukasudo on the east and he's able to full clear it, there's something progression in there that he needs to finish the seed that'll, you know, traiLZ won't have it right away. That'll sort of even things out here. All right, there's that medicine pickup. I think we're looking for Mito again on traiLZ's side. Might not remember exactly where it's at. Or maybe he does. It is right there. Big swamp. Yeah, I mean, it's not impossible for these runners to come back together here, but traiLZ definitely has the lead at the moment. It's possible the GP does a bit of equalization. It's possible that Palace 5 does some equalization here. I don't think Spell Tower is going to hold traiLZ back for too long, with Spell being easily accessible. All right, so Oboe is going to go back in. He's going to check that other drop. Really, what he doesn't know is he should just get out of here right now. All right, so where's traiLZ headed? To the raft tile, back to the east. 4 is going to be on the table. 5 is on the table. Again, we don't know what's in Death Valley. traiLZ hasn't cleared the rest of the east. He doesn't. He knows what spells he's missing. He knows what towns are still out there, but they're not. He knows spell is out there, but you know, we'll see what happens here. I think he's going to check New Kasuto. It's right next to this Palace 4. Yeah, that's unfortunate that Oboe did not come in to check that palace, because you can see the town right from where the palace is at. All right, so this could be the kid in the basement. If it is, not a game changer, but it will open up the shield spell. It is the child, and traiLZ says no to the child here. Only 3 hearts. All right, so Spell Tower still available as a progression item spot. We're gonna need flute. We're gonna need we need flute and glove. We might even need a hammer. All right, so Oboe's gonna check this, and then he's gonna see. He might just up an A. He's gonna let it go through. He'll see that this is different. Nice eco key room again. Although this time in the proper orientation. Yeah, I think Oboe was thinking, man, I wish I had that fairy spell. And he knows where it's at, too. He knows it's New Kasuto, but for all he knows, it could be behind a forest tile, seeing as he hasn't seen it yet. Item room here in this Palace 4. Just hold right. Heart, all right. First heart of the seed. 51 minutes in. Again, for anyone tuning in a little late, this is a game 3 in a 3-game series here. Lower bracket semifinal. Loser of this race is going to take 4th place, with the winner moving on to the next round. So who knows how these runners are feeling here. Wow, glove or fairy block here for traiLZ in this 4. All right, we're grabbing the child on Oboe's side. Might turn that back in. I mean, I don't want to say that shield is a game changer, but man, if GP is rough, it could be. If life stays expensive and shield is picked up by Oboe, I mean, that could change things. There's a fairy spell. We're going to check the tower as well. We have a castable spell. Oh, separated Moas in this crumble bridge room. Always kind of tough. Drum roll. Ooh, the required flute in the tower. Okay. Well, Oboe knows where Three-Eyed Rock is. He's seen it. He knows he needs it. traiLZ's going to have to walk all the way over to Old Kasuto, get the spell, and then head back to New Kasuto. Wow, the bubble right there riding the rail. I've not been doing a lot of paying attention here. This might be a loop for traiLZ. We did find a junction like this and take a right. Alright, Oboe also going to jump into this 4. We know the item is free. Oh no, this is a different junction on traiLZ's side. Yes, Oboe has obtained the Oboe. Oh, that's right, you needed Fairy to even get to the item room. But yeah, Fairy is right next to, the town is right next to the palace, so... Now, traiLZ is down a life here. He's got to be a little careful because we're also going to need a reflect cast whenever we find the boss. I don't know how much... I mean, reflect can't be that much at Magic 5, but... Item room for Oboe here. He's going to get his heart. Is this a loop for traiLZ? Yes, it is. Okay. Yeah, especially with all the magic containers. Oh, Oboe gonna walk it back left here. Okay. I think he wants to keep his experience. traiLZ with another life cast there. It's also possible we just get a red jar from one of the large enemies. Yeah, so it was that one junction, I think, is all we have, that I junction. It's sort of the close left. Oh, we can't cast. Okay, we gotta take a dip. Or just take a death. Sorry, there's lava in this room, but we can't reach it. Yeah, right here. Is this it? Okay, so we did have another down and right on traiLZ's side. He's got this down and right, and he's got that other I junction. It's possible Oboe just takes one of these other junctions and doesn't see this loop. Is this going to be the way to Karak? I believe this is the vanilla room for Karak in the original. Nope, this is going to take us to the I junction. Okay, so this up and right was the answer. Oh, outstanding. We're going to full clear Pals 4. Yeah, this is where Oboe could save some time. That's a lot of Palace right there. This is probably going to be Karak right here. Yep. Very nice jackhammer from Oboe there, opting not to grab that jar. It would be a red jar. If I'm not... Yeah, Moas are large. Last life for traiLZ here. No shield spell. Of course, he wouldn't have grabbed the child and turned it in for the shield spell before doing this Palace 4, but this could set him back. Life 5. I didn't see how much the beams were doing. I'd say at least a heart. Maybe a heart and a half. We will never know. Okay. Alright, so Oboe gonna hold right here. Because we'll take it in this room. So if he goes up and right in this room, this will show him. This will show him Karak very, very, very quickly. But that is the 4th gem for traiLZ here. Alright, Oboe is going to go back down and right here. I don't blame him. If he knows the room, he knows that there is a very busy room going up and right there with just a sliver of health. Alright, so traiLZ might be looking around for Old Kusuto and Noburu. Oh, and the obviously the other palace that he hasn't seen Three-Eyed Rock for just yet. And especially seeing it about the hour mark, you're going to see a Three-Eyed Rock and think, oh great, now I need the glove and the flute. This will be Spelltown. New Kusuto is not that hard to get back to, right? You can just simply up an A really quick, hit the raft tile, and then walk to New Kusuto, so it's not that big of a deal. Oboe has found the original loop here. And there's our Three-Eyed Rock. traiLZ may just walk it back. He really doesn't have too much. He's got 2 spots available, I think, is all that he has, and it's going to be Spell Tower and whatever palace is in Death Valley. And if it's GP, then it's just Spell Tower. I think he's cleared everything else at this point. Oboe trying to make this a little bit quicker going left here. Although this blue Stalfos is not helping. Oh, that's right. We've got Palace 5. Palace 5 and Spell Tower. And possibly Palace 1 if it's in Death Valley. I mean, that's another gamble that Oboe could take here. Check to see what's in the valley. Another very busy room here. All right, Oboe does know it's this. Well, he's going to check this up and right first. I don't think he saw the other loop, but he's going to have a slightly better time in this P4. I think 5 has been linear so far. Now we take a hit there. Final life, final life. I think we have enough for... Well, Magic 2, we probably don't have enough for life and reflect. No, we do not. Okay. Life 6, though. This is better than traiLZ had life 5 on this fight. Looks like a bar of health. Great place for a little Goomba on that crumble bridge, though, but traiLZ handles it. He's also got plenty of magic to cast Fairy. All right, Karak down for Oboe. Oboe would have been able to do Palace 6 had he had the Fairy spell from the east the first time he was in there. It's also possible that the glove-blocked elevator in 6, that's another drop room. That drop room could take us to the exact same column that Barba and the magic, that fairy room, that the fairy room drop column. Oh man, how confusing is that? Whatever. That glove-block elevator could take us to the path to Barba. It might be a little bit faster. I like the 3 orange Zolfos right there. Still trying to find something in this Palace 5. Well, we found the boss. We have a life cast. We have 2 more life casts. Looks like it's 31 at Magic 5. So traiLZ has a lot of health here. I think it's about a bar and a half at life 6. Yeah, he's unshielded, so... I mean, the damage he's going to take, not the life refill. The life refill is 3 bars. He's doing a good job so far of not taking any damage. Wow, what a fight there. Flawless from start to finish. No idea how much damage he would have taken. There's going to be 5 gems on the board for traiLZ. He needs the flute. He doesn't know where it's at right now. He's going to continue looking for the item in 5. We will also need the glove. We are about to see what is under 3-Eyed Rock here. So this could be a play. If this is Palace 1... or whatever it is, it's GP, so this tells us that Palace 1 is in the valley. Which which Oboe may be headed back to right now. Oh, dead end next to Guma. It's quite possible that one has the hammer, and the hammer is required to get to the glove. Right now, though, it doesn't look like... if that's the case, all the bosses will be reachable without the glove, so... Unless Palace 1 is extremely trolly, where the boss is glove blocked and the item is the hammer, and then we have to go on the hunt for what the hammer opens up. That's a possibility. Glove could also just be sitting in this Palace 5. Alright, I think this is a new junction on traiLZ's side. There's our item room. Heart in 5, so something that we need is in 1. Either the hammer or the glove. It's got to be the hammer. No, it could be the glove that opens up the hammer out of Palace 2. But this will be a progression item, unless I'm mistaken. I think it has to be. It's either going to be glove or hammer. Alright, so traiLZ probably going to check Spell Tower now. That'll get him his flute. Although you could just go into Death Valley real fast with the cheap fairy casts. Oh, fairy required in this one, okay. Yep, looks like we're going to Spell Tower. The triple Moa. Yeah, I was going to say this sort of is evening out, but really having to go back to Palace 6 for Oboe is a little rough because the way to get to Barba, you do have to do a little bit of walking before you get to those drops. So he's got a little bit of a... Oh, there's a... Wait, what? Wait, what? Is 2... Oboe might be thinking 6. But it's not 6. 6 is a magic container. What are we missing? Is 2 not really glove blocked? There's a glove block in 1. Is Medicine Cave actually accessible on the west? Maybe it was a boulder-blocked connector to DM, and Medicine Cave's been accessible this entire time, which would be an absolute comedy show if that's the case. Well, traiLZ is about to go into 1. Oh no, he's about to walk over to 3-Eyed Rock. See, I think with all this overworld traversal here, I think just casting some fairy feats and getting into Death Valley there for the what you know is Palace 1, or no, he doesn't know it's Palace 1 yet. But for the Palace check, I think it's worth that. But maybe not. I guess not. I guess this wasn't that far away. I think I'm biased towards knowing that this is already GP. Well, Oboe's in 5, and we obviously know that 5 is a heart. 6 is a magic container. 5 is a heart. I mean, either one's not glove blocked fully, or Medicine Cave is available, or Palace 2 is not actually glove blocked. This is pretty wild because now there's a little confusion. Are we taking a dip? We're not taking a dip. traiLZ saves it. Little confusion. I mean, Oboe got out of 1. We're going to get another look at 1 here on traiLZ's side. Yeah, this is pretty wild, and Oboe's gonna have Fairy ready here. Oh, right through the hammers. Wow. Uh-oh, we've lost Oboe. Fortunately, I believe traiLZ's audio is unusable, so I may just be sitting here in silence. If anyone wouldn't mind checking, well, I can bring up Oboe's stream here myself. No, he is offline. And they are on a 15-minute delay, so... So if they're still... Yep, there it is. There's the glove block, so... What does that mean? traiLZ is sitting here as well, thinking this over. Yeah, and if they're on a 15-minute delay, so Oboe won't be back for at least 15 minutes. I don't Yeah, we are thinking this over. Let me double check. Well, I'm gonna double check traiLZ's stream to see if we actually have usable audio. That is a negative. So we're gonna sit here and hang out together. Heart Container Cave. No, we've been in there. There's a cave southwest of Mito, west of P6. It's actually just west of one of the edges, one of the sides of Saria. Yeah, trail's coming back to the west here just to double check to see if this medicine cave is available because there's nothing else. And if you go straight south here, this is where the cave is at. Keep going south. Keep going south. I don't think I saw anyone walk. Not that cave. This cave. What is that? What's that north-facing cave? No, we were in here. Wow, I don't know. I mean, all we have right now is traiLZ's perspective on this. This is gonna be Fairy Cave right here. Our options outside of palaces are Spec Rock and Medicine Cave, but we thought that Medicine Cave was boulder blocked. What is this cave right here? Have we not seen this? Wow, it's been sitting here the whole time. Neither runner finds this. This is going to be the hammer or the glove. The shake of the head on traiLZ's side. Little does he know that nobody has done this. He's the first one in here. There it is, free and easy to pick up. You've got to be kidding me. 72-minute glove pickup in a completely free and open cave, not boulder blocked. So the boulder blocked cave is the other cave connector that goes to Death Mountain. Wow. There is a boulder blocked cave over by over where Fairy Cave and Saria is and kind of south of Palace 6's area. I assume that they just thought that was going to be Medicine Cave. And maybe they just blinked out on the other connector to DM. But at this point, Oboe likely digging around in Palace 5 somewhere. It's possible he's nearing the end of his dig, but we know that Guma's kind of deep in, and then you got to go back left from Guma to get back to the item room. Now, if this comes down to Oboe taking the win here and he doesn't come back, I really do hope that he's locally recording. Yeah, his stream is still offline. Yeah, the universe works in funny ways, doesn't it? You play the rando seed, you know, I mean, both these runners have played plenty of randomizer. They know exactly what they're looking for. These caves are 100% always assigned to these continents, and they both, or they just both just didn't find it. They just both didn't look for it. You know, I feel like I don't know if traiLZ. Well, I mean, we'll probably get an interview with traiLZ after this. It's possible that Oboe felt behind with what he was doing, and by the time he got the boots, because he got the boots later than traiLZ in Hammer Cave, which was also right off of the connector from the west to DM, and the boots were in there, and the boots opened up the islands biome on the west, and it's possible that Oboe just said, you know what, I'm not going to look for Medicine Cave. I'm just going to go. So I do have Oboe's Twitch page open though, but he's not back at this time. So even by the time he comes back, he will likely be still 15 minutes behind. Well, right now, this is traiLZ, like, from what we know, this is traiLZ's race to lose. There is our hammer. Probably not going to grab it. Probably not going to grab it. Nope. Yeah, with the record scratch. Well, apologies that we have to sit here in silence. All right, well, we found the horse. We'll be out of here shortly. We'll be into GP. I imagine we're just going to walk it out of here. Great Palace is under Three-Eyed Rock. This 2340 likely is attack 5. Attack 5 is going to be 24 hits to take down Thunderbird whenever we find it. I can only imagine how awkward it must feel here, just kind of sitting around. Yeah, but we ran out of spots. We ran out of spots to find, and so that is. I mean, it happens. It happens. People, and usually it's just like one runner just kind of just skips out on something, and it happens to be like the main item they need, progression item they need. And today, both of them skipped out on that Medicine Cave. It's possible they both felt behind and just wanted to go, but I really think that at least one of them, I'm assuming traiLZ had just determined that boulder blocked cave was in fact Medicine Cave, and just kind of soldiered on. All right, so at 88 minutes into the 78 minutes into the seed, I'm sorry, 78 minutes into the seed, we do have our first GP entry. Even with Oboe's position, again, he had to finish 5 and go back to 6, and even then still find the glove. So it's very likely that traiLZ was the first one in here. Zelda speedruns with the raid here. We had another Z2R race happening here with the Upstarts tournament between Sigil and Angel. It was game 2 in their best of 5 series. All right, well, we do have an early Thunderbird here. Again, 24 hits to get it down. Not going to be that punishing if we don't. I mean, we still have, we're only 2 rooms in from start, so we've got plenty of attempts here. Not enough to. I didn't see how much thunder was at this point, though. Oh, we got Thunderbird coming. Okay, we're just going to reset it on the right side. Very easy to do in the vanilla room. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yep. He gets it. Okay. Is he gonna up an A with reduced resources here? Nope. We're gonna keep trucking. Yeah, I guess that is entirely possible. We'll have to see. Yeah, I've not looked at the race room, so I don't know. Nope, we take a shot to the back of the head because we jumped. All right, still linear. Nice, nice Firebird here on the Crumble Bridge. When we're moving left, we got to find an elevator. Speaking of. Two lefts and a right. Is traiLZ going to gamble left here? He must feel very far behind. I mean, with that free glove, I don't blame him. Then again, here's another elevator. For anyone who's not familiar with boss rooms in Zelda 2, they have to be approached either from moving to the right, or if you're moving to the left, an elevator room is required then. So if we keep moving to the left, every elevator we see might just be the boss room. Not here, though. All right, we get a chance for a refill here. Yeah, I think we might go for it, right? We're down in life. And he's got him to cast Fairy right now, but yeah, how long do you sit here, right? Every time you get a bird out of the 50-50 jar attempt. It's just a time waste. All right, we get the jar. Another bridge room, okay. Nothing in it. Elevator up. What's in here, though? Easy enemies, all right. And we keep going left. This could be a dangerous room. Oh, that's not what you want to see right there. It will be free over here, though. All right, another junction. More lefts. Wow. And another junction. We've got a medium-sized GP in this flag set, so. And there's Darklink. Wow. Well, there was a other side to that junction downstairs was a left and a right upside down T, and the one before it was an upside down, or was another junction as well. So it's possible we could have gotten here a little bit easier by just going right, but traiLZ is going to take this one here. It does make sense. I'm just going to mark him done. Yep, Oboe did throw in the towel there. And GG to traiLZ, he will be moving on to the lower bracket final versus Patrick. Likely this weekend is when those matches will be occurring. We'll see if we get traiLZ in here for an interview. Let me try to recap the race from here. There was a lot of discussion here. Okay, so it was, that was, Oboe did say in the race room, didn't mean to discard my delay. So yeah, there was a discard of the delay there when traiLZ finished. Yeah, they're talking about all the ridiculous stuff they were doing at the beginning there. They were both going through that, right? That swamp encounter had the red Gorilla to the left and the red Dyra to the right. And that was a tough one to get out of. They had the life spell early on, but they only had 80 magic. And it was 83 magic to cast. Just making sure. Oh, traiLZ in the comms booth here. GG, man.
Hey, thanks, man. I love this new Discord bot, Speedgaming. Send you an invite, zaps you right into the commentary booth.
Yeah,
love
fancy setup. Fancy setup Speedgaming's got. Yeah, so you two were talking in the race room there. Clearly, the early game for both of you was not friendly, and I'm sure you both felt pretty bad about that early game. Yeah, what was going through your mind there?
I was getting my butt whooped by all those gorillas, man, and there was like 3 hearts and not enough to cast a life spell, and my goodness, man, it was a rough go. And then not only that, it was island, so you were forced into that direction at the very beginning. So whenever you took the game over, there was only one way you could go, you know?
Yeah, and we saw a red. I don't know when you found Bagu and you saw those Lost Woods tile encounters there. There was a red Dyra in one of those, and nobody. Oboe saw it, and I don't know if you saw it, but I was wondering if anyone was going to come back and try to grind that, like, respawn, jump into Bagu's tile, and then respawn the Dyra, come out, and keep doing that for a little bit. But neither one of you did that. You both tried to. I'm sorry?
How much were they?
They were worth 100.
Oh, wow. That would have helped out a lot.
Yeah, neither you or Oboe did that, though. You guys just tried to kind of push through. Although Oboe did have attack 2, whereas you didn't have attack 2 for like 14 or 15 minutes into this seed here. That was pretty rough.
Yeah, my early game was really terrible on this one. I felt like I played really terribly, and I'm really surprised that I won this one. When I was the whole time I was in GP, I was looking at the race room, and I was playing the typical way that I usually play, where I just look in elevators and just where I go up and down elevators and continue on. I do that method instead of just you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, and I'm like, I'm looking at the race room and I'm like, how is he not done yet? Because my pal's sick. I mean, I feel like I played pretty terribly. I don't think I played like laughably bad, but I feel like I played pretty not up to par, not up to my standards at least. You know what I mean? Like if it were a race between you and Amarai, it would have been over 30 minutes ago, and you would have won. Probably.
Well, I don't know if I would have left Medicine Cave. It depends on if I had left the free glove in Medicine Cave all that time, because you both did that, and it was we were completely clueless from the comms booth, and the audience were like, because Oboe showed us Palace 1 first, and so we saw that there was a glove block in there, as you were about to check 3-Odd Rock GP, and Oboe had just left Palace 1 being glove blocked, and we're thinking, what did we miss? What did we miss? We've got Spec Rock. We've got what we assume is a boulder blocked Medicine Cave, and we've got a glove blocked P2. Where is the item? And then
I knew Medicine Cave was the only thing like
Yeah.
because I don't use a tracker. I just remember, and I was like, I know Medicine Cave, and like in my mind, I'm like Medicine Cave, you know. Um, and so yeah, I don't know, man. Is
Yeah, just it was just sitting there free and just man, it's just you went back there first looking for it and
when I found it, I felt like I lost. I was
oh
like,
yeah, I'm
wow,
sure.
this is how I lose. I mean, the thing is, the way that the maps was set up, with the islands, with the boulder blocks, it was set up in a way where it looked like it could possibly be boulder blocked Medicine Cave. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
And then the hammer is blocked by the glove. That's such a dirty. This is a prime example of how dirty this game can be.
Yeah. Yeah, that boulder block cave would have been the other entrance to DM then. Because it was bridge and cave to DM off the west. But
Yeah,
one of them was boulder blocked there, so
yeah. Um, it's
I was going to say I don't want to keep it too long because I know that you got to be up super early. But I was just going to quickly recap some of the seed here. I mean, you both had a terrible, maybe not terrible, but like you both experienced the same dying repeatedly, a lot of game overs and whatnot. Oboe found Trophy Cave. Pretty early on after getting through the bridge, that gave him enough magic to cast life. So he was in a really good spot at that point. But you were the one who went to you were the one to check the cave right there off of the bridge in DM. You were the first one to check that. And it was lo and behold, Hammer Cave. And you make it to the boots with just a sliver of health. And that opened everything up for you. The thing is, then going east, you found New Kasuto for the fairy spell right next to Palace 4 there. And Oboe just, when he hit the east up, he took the boots and just went down the eastern edge along the water. So he didn't see New Kasuto for the fairy spell. So when you were both in Palace 6, which also was a very tricky palace with those two same fairy rooms in the drop columns, you were able to get to the Barba section with the item room as well, whereas he wasn't. He saw that second fairy hole room and didn't have fairy to get in there, so that set him out of P6 and off to do other things. And so that's kind of where the separation started in at that point. And then of course the big mystery for where the glove was. And ultimately, you got through the palaces first. You saw the glove block in P1, and that sent you out to Medicine Cave, whereas Oboe was still digging around in Palace 5, and then still had to do Palace 6 after that as well. So yeah, he fell a little bit further behind just because of the fairy cave. Because of the fairy spell missing that early on. But yeah, I don't know. He had the flute first, so we knew it was in Spell Tower. But it was really only a matter of time before you went back to get that flute because there was only a limited amount of spots available.
yeah. The flute being required is it always required with these flags, or is it?
No.
Okay. Yeah, because seeing Three-Eyed Rock, I was like, yeah, that got me. Like, my mind was going a million different ways. My mind was all over the place. I was like, where is this? You know what I mean? Because and the way that the what you call it, the um
You still with us, Trails?
yeah.
Yeah, I don't. I was just gonna say, yeah, when you saw that three-eyed rock, you're thinking, now I need glove and flute. Where is all this stuff after that terrible start? Where are all these things, and now I got to keep hunting for all this stuff.
Yeah, it's a mind fuck, dude. I don't know. Like, it's just it really just My mind has to be in a million different places at the same time, and it's like really difficult to understand what's going on all at once. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
it's sorry for the cuss words.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, yeah. Especially in a game 3, tournament race, a lot going on here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're fighting for. So he has fourth place. I'm fighting for third place now with Patrick, or am I
Yes.
fighting? I'm fighting for second with Patrick now.
Yeah, well, whoever between you and Patrick, whoever loses that best of 3 is going to take third, and then the person obviously who wins is going to go on to the grand finals for a chance at first, with a minimum finish of second possible there. So yeah, just 3 people remain here in the tournament, and just you and Patrick are up next, and then after that, I finally get a chance to race again here. So
I need to get. Man, I'm out of practice, man, because like I'll go to work, I'll work all week, and then I get off and I start playing Zelda 2.
yeah.
And man, um, when when um when I don't know. Thanks, thanks for doing commentary, guys.
Yeah, no, yeah, I was gonna say, don't want to hold you up for too much longer. I know you need to be up in about 6 hours for work here, so glad we could get this one started. We got shifted over from a different channel, and we started a little late here, so yeah. GG again to you. Oboe also in chat if you've got anything else you want to add here. But GG traiLZ, if you need to take off, you're more than welcome to, man.
All right, thank you, man. See you.
All right. We'll wait for Oboe to type anything up here. He was a little upset about 15, 20 minutes ago. maybe we've calmed down. It's always good to have the delay. It allows people to calm down after a ridiculous seed. But yeah, tough start for these runners. Both of them seeing DM, neither checking the cave right off the bat until traiLZ eventually did, and it was just Hammer Cave with the boots to open up that island's west. And yeah, quite the seed, especially that Palace 6 being early on, requiring the fairy spell. Oboe missing New Kusuto that had the free fairy spell in it. That one again sort of set things back a little bit for Oboe, but still wondering where that glove was at. Still wondering if you needed a hammer. I mean, there was still potential out there, especially seeing that 3-odd rock early on Oboe's side, and then Oboe getting the flute out of spell tower early, which could have the early check just ended up being GP, and so that could have been the glove, which opened up something that we could have had a glove block in 5 or something that traiLZ was in at the time. So could have been a few different options there that even this out. Even coming to Great Palace there, we did see traiLZ. He found the first junction. It was a 3-level junction. It had a top right, a mid left, and a bottom left, and he opted to come all the way back down that elevator and take that bottom left, which ultimately did lead him to Darklink's room. We don't know if there was a faster way to get there, but Thunderbird being up front very, very quickly in this one, in this Great Palace, didn't mean, well, I don't know. There's two sides to that. There's early Thunderbird makes it so you don't have to worry about your resources too much, but early Thunderbird also opens up the rest of the palace, meaning that Darklink could just literally be in any direction, and so it kind of becomes a real crapshoot on where you're going after that. But again, as we were just talking about, the top 4 runners here were between myself, Patrick, traiLZ, and Oboe. Oboe and traiLZ here in this lower bracket semifinal, this best of 3. traiLZ will be moving on, and Oboe will be taking 4th. We do have a payout for the top 6 spots in this particular tournament. So a lot of generosity, a big pool, and we extended it from the top 4 to the top 6. So Oboe, you're not going home empty-handed, man. GG on this tournament. GG on tonight's race. I know it was frustrating, but looking back at it all, I mean, other than that fairy, other than missing fairy, I think. I know you feel you were late to the boots, but yeah, it's I still think, even with that great palace, I think there still could have been some possibility for a swing in one direction or the other, but you never know that. And then again, I think missing fairy and having to redo a 6 again was probably, at the time I didn't know, it was probably things that just set you back far enough to where coming back at that point would have been pretty tough. But yeah, ending on a seed like this does it is a little upsetting, but I gotta say, I mean, you did pull out in front in the beginning, getting out of those bridges, getting out of those bad encounters. So, there was something to be had there. It's just you didn't do DM and you opted to go south, which makes a lot of sense. You don't want to necessarily do DM. No G's. Okay, no G's. No G's. Well, on the overall in the tournament, GG, 4th place out of 12 people. But yeah, that is going to be it for us tonight here, folks. I'm done gabbing. traiLZ is out. traiLZ is moving on. Oboe taking 4th. And we'll see you in the next one, folks. Speedgaming, or it's SGLIVE, sglive.speedgaming.org for the Speedgaming Live event information. The in-person on-site event in Herndon, Virginia, taking place the end of October in about 3 weeks. Get your tickets, folks. Get out there. Watch some randomizers be played in real time. Yeah, we'll have more Z2R racing coming up soon. Speedgaming.org/schedule for all the stuff that's scheduled on Speed Gaming, and speedgaming.org/SGL25Z2R for the Z2R specific schedule. Again, something likely coming up this weekend as we have to wrap this tournament up in the next 2 weeks. So we'll be doing that ASAP. Thanks to Speed Gaming for the hosting of tonight's race. And again, folks, thanks for watching. We'll see you